Where in the world is Lantana, Texas? This is home to me and my wife, Tamara. And the video that we shot, you'll see us out with our dogs. And we love walking this subdivision. It is alive. This is going to be our maps video of Lantana. I don't typically do a maps video for a community this small, but since this is my home and I am so proud of it, and I love it, and I know you'll love it. I want to dive a little deeper into Lantana and show you a little bit more because Lantana is broken up into many little subdivisions slash neighborhoods, and I'll tell you the names of all of those during this maps video. However, I just wanted to show you how thought out it was. This community was supposed to be on a different path. It was going to grow much faster. In 2000, or sorry, 1999 is I believe when the land was when it began. And Sandlin is our oldest neighborhood here in Lantana, and it had some aggressive growth plans. Let's put it that way. This little thing called 2008 came into the picture, and the mortgage and housing market crashed, and it slowed down. And I think that was for the best. I don't know the plans prior to that, but I love what they put together. This has been very well thought out. It is an incredible community. We are surrounded by incredible things, and just inside of Lantana, it's like it's our own world. It really is, and I love it here. And so I don't know what the plans were 08. But I've heard some things. They were going to add more stuff to it. But 08 happened and it slowed down and changed the course of how this city was going to be built. The South Pool, or the South Clubhouse, which is right behind me. Incredible clubhouse. Like the clubhouse that I grew up when I was a kid, we only had one, and it wasn't this nice. And this thing's incredible. And so, I mean, let me back up here. So right here, you can kind of see this is one of those like beach entrances, tanning ledges. You can just walk in real slowly. It's real shallow right there. And so it's just a cool pool, cool clubhouse. An incredible gym in there. Prior to me moving to Lantana, I belonged to Anytime Fitness and LA Fitness. I belonged to both of them because I traveled a bunch and Anytime Fitness just worked for me. But I got rid of both those memberships because the gym inside this clubhouse is phenomenal. They updated it and it's even better. There is a gym at the North Clubhouse, and that one's actually a little better. So two incredible gyms in one little bitty community. It's part of living here. You get a little key pass. You can go in there and work out whenever you want to. And it's always clean. It's always taken care of. And then on top of that, you got the pools. You've got 5 community pools total. This is one. Then the one at the north is more of a if you're on the swim team, lanes, swimming lanes, and all that stuff. So this is Lantana. It's been home to us for 9 years. And like I said, I just wanted to break it down a little bit more and dive into the map, show you exactly where it is. It's not that large, but again, it has become we're very proud to be here. We're very proud to say we're from Lantana. It's a lot like Highland Village. And again, it's just a cool community. So let's dive in and let me show you where in the world Lantana, Texas actually is. How far away is it from certain places? This is Lantana right here, and not that big. Here's Marty B's. You saw me filming out there. We had breakfast in a place right there. Technically, Marty B's and the breakfast place are not in Lantana, although this is the Lantana district office where you pay your water bill and do all that stuff. Kroger, hey, look at that. Kroger is inside the Lantana lines. So we got Dutch Brothers Coffee. Oh yeah, hang on. There, we got a Starbucks. Come on. It's right here. Lantana is not real big. This is the front of. Oops. This is the front of the entrance to Lantana. Looks really cool. This right here is where I filmed and showed you the golf hole that is surrounded by water. Like it's a look-alike to TPC Sawgrass. Really cool hole. I love walking by there and seeing people hit that green. It's like it's got to be a good feeling to make sure you get on that green. The golf course, Lantana Golf Club, back in 2003, I believe, when it was a semi-private. And then in 2009, I believe, is when it became 100% private. So it is a private golf club. This is Lantana Trail. This was very well thought out. There is no stop signs the entire way, all the way back to about right. Here's your first stop sign right here, okay? And why is that important? Well, it's very clean. It's not congested. It has a better look to it, a better feel to it. It just works. And so what's cool is this is the golf course. As you can tell, you can see the green here and the green here. So how do the golf course get? Well, they drive under. There's 3 underpasses, one there, and one there. So 1, 2, 3 underpasses. So the golfers don't have to worry about going across the street when it comes to Lantana Trail. Okay, here's the actual club itself. So as you can see, this whole community is built around the golf course. Lots of beautiful homes on the golf course if you like that type of thing. It's a preference. You know, I have really good friends in Houston. They love being on the golf course. My wife doesn't like it. She likes the golf course. She loves the golf course. She loves living in a golf course community. She just doesn't want to live on the golf course because she likes our big brick fence that it encompasses our entire backyard. So again, this community really well thought out, the way they did that right there. They're still building back through here. There's not a lot of building left. It's coming to an end, but believe it or not, there's still actual building taking place here in Lantana. And had they had it the way they wanted 2 years ago, it would have probably already been built out, be my guess. The running trails are everywhere. I mean, you have trails everywhere. The trail that I ran, that I showed you in my video, I started right here. No, I started here on Station Lane. So I started right here, and this is the trail, the running trail. So it's cool because you got houses right here, and these are houses. You got houses here. So as you're running down this trail system, on both sides of you are houses, and then you come out at Magnolia, and this is a main street right here, and you run out here to Lantana Trail. So this is part of the trail system here. And at one point that was it, right? And now the trail system also goes here all the way up to the top of Lantana Trail, where Lantana Trail stopped here when I moved here. I'm sorry, Lantana itself, the community stopped right here where I got this big bubble. Okay, it was over with, it was done. Now Lantana goes, it's got a circle right here, a traffic circle, and it goes all the way to the back here. And then this, as you can see, these are all homes, and there is some new construction going on back here. As they've been adding this new construction, they've also been adding more trails. So to me, it's like Christmas. I come back here and I run, I go, oh wow, there's a new trail, there's a new trail, there's a new trail. They're everywhere. Okay, so it's just great little area. And then you got the trails that go down Lantana Trail, which are very safe, very big trails, far enough away from the street. No kidding, if you walk 1 mile down Lantana Trail, you're going to pass 3 or 4 families, and they're out walking their dogs, their kids, whatever it may be. It's a community you feel incredibly safe in. Here is the Camden subdivision. This is where the south so clubhouse is, the one that's behind me right here. Okay, so Lantana Trail, starting from here all the way back to here and back, is about 5 3/4 miles back and forth. So it's hang on, I'm sorry, I meant to go like this. This is the actual running trail. This, no cars are back here. This is the Lantana Trail that you drive up and down. So it's a good little drive from the front to the back of this community. Lantana is not really technically a city. They have some crazy name for it. It's designated something, something, something. Who really cares? We put Lantana on everything, and it'll make us put Argyle from time to time. But to us, it's our city. To us, it's our community, and we're proud of it. And I believe if you live here, you'll have the same feeling as well. We do have 3 elementary schools. You saw those in the vlog that I did. You have Adkins, which is right here. Give me a second, I'll show you. Let me get rid of all my colorings here. So this is right here. So Adkins is right here, elementary school. And then you have Razor right, Razor's like right here. Boom. And then you've got Blanton back here. Okay. New pickleball courts going in right here. Yeah. New pickleball courts. So we have, some really cool stadium type tennis courts right here that are really awesome. And as I run Lantana Trail and jog by, I can tell they're playing pickleball on the tennis courts because it's a totally different sound of the racket and the ball. It's a different thump. And so they're playing pickleball here. I don't know, but I'm guessing the tennis players said, hey, we're gonna have to build us pickleball. So Lantana is joining the pickleball revolution. We will have our own pickleball courts right there. What else do we got here? Let's see. Oh, we got 5 community pools total. I don't think it's going to pop up on this thing. We do have a lot of pools, and we got our 2 major pools. And on top of that, we got about 1,200 private pools put in our subdivision. In fact, when we first moved here, we moved over here in Camden, and we were pretty excited because we were right by the pool. And we were like, why do you need a pool? We got our own big, massive pool within walking distance from our house, right? And then we moved and we got a private pool. But there are about 1,000, maybe 1,200 private pools in Lantana. Hey, if you're moving to Texas, there's a strong chance at some point you're gonna buy a pool and put it in your backyard because it gets a little warm here, and they're just fun to have. So where are we in relationship to a lot of things? Let me show you that. So Lantana, let's say we're about 8 miles south of Denton. Just pull it up on the map so you can see. There are several ways to get to Denton, Texas from Lantana. A lot of country roads. You don't even have to get on 35 W or E if you don't want to. I personally wouldn't do that. I'd get straight on these little bitty roads right here and get up into Denton. So it's 11 miles from Denton. Lantana, so I said 8 miles. I was a little off. So not far at all. Denton's a great community. In fact, I'm showing houses this weekend in Denton. Oops. So great area. Tons of things to do in Denton. Tons of shopping. Tons of places to eat. So we're only 11 miles from Denton. We are relatively close to a lot of things. For example, South Lake is not far from us at all. South Lake is only 20 miles. Okay, so here's back this down. Here's Lantana. Here's South Lake. As you can tell, you can't just go like this because we got Grapevine Lake right there. But again, to get to South Lake, you don't really have to get on any major highways if you choose not to. You can come out 407 to 377 and just head on down, and boom, you're in South Lake. There is a 2499. It's not showing on the map right now. It's probably because there's a lot of traffic, but it comes around like this and cruises up through here. Okay, so we're real close to a lot of things. All throughout here is really country. This is all considered Argyle. Big, beautiful homes, country living all throughout this area here. Okay. So we're again, here's Copper Canyon, another community that's just country living, still far away from everything, still close enough to everything. Oh, I forgot. So 3 elementary schools, I showed you where those were. We do have a middle school that's also at the back right in here, right up in here. So we do have a middle school right beside the elementary school, Blanton. And then when they get to high school, they go to Geyer, which is not far away at all. Here, I'm going to show you. So your young adults will be going to Geyer High School, and it is 4.8 miles away. Okay, so you just take off down Copper Canyon Road all the way back around through here, and then come out near Old Alton Bridge, and then boom. Okay, so you're not far. Less than 5 miles is where the high school is located. Where I grew up in Houston, we were a lot further away from our high school. Now, what about some big cities? Where are we in relation to Dallas, Texas? We are 35 miles away from Dallas, Texas. There's a couple of ways you can get there. I'm going to tell you the best way is the one that says 45 minutes right now, 34.7 miles. That's this right here. You go down, this is 2499. This is a street that I showed you that goes all the way up into Denton. Okay. And all the way through Highland Village, Flower Mound, into Capel, through the airport, and then right here you head off here, and then you have what's called expressways. They're really toll roads. You pay for them, but they are amazing. So this whole expressway right here will get you into Dallas very, very quickly. I'm showing you Dallas to Lantana, and it is Friday afternoon, so traffic is it's showing all blue right now, but it's not a bad drive. This is 35E, and then you got 35W if you're new to the Metroplex. So this is 35E and 35W come together right there in Denton. 35W, 35E. So 35W, the W stands for West. Probably figured that one out. And it goes through Fort Worth. And then you got 35E that goes through Dallas. Instead of, I guess they didn't want to have 2 highways, or they didn't want to name another highway. So what they did, they said, hey, let's just break up 35. So it makes sense. And then it starts way down here near Hillsboro, and this is where it breaks off. So you're 35E, you're just flat I-35 to Waco up to here, and then it splits off. 35E cruises through Dallas, 35W cruises through Fort Worth. Okay, so if you're in Lantana, you're kind of in a great place because you can get to 35W as fast as you can get, actually faster than you can get to 35E. Okay, that was pretty cool. One of my wife's favorite places is the stockyards, and actually my old line that I had drawn there was covering it up. So, so that's the stockyards. So here's Lantana, and you just cruise out 407 to get to 35W, and then you just head south. And the cool thing about 35W is when you get to about right in here, it is northbound and southbound has basically a toll road. It's called expressway. And right in the middle, but both north and south. It doesn't close down like 35E, where it runs northbound for the evening hours and runs southbound for the AM hours. There's your distance. So it's 33 miles, only 38 minutes to get to the amazing city of Fort Worth. Far away from DFW. We are 16 miles away, 28 minutes. So not bad at all. Lantana has a lot to offer. As you saw in our video, we had 4 price points that we hit on. Right now, these are the houses for sale. The average median income in Lantana is $205,000 per year. This is the homes for sale currently. So just kind of want to give you a breakdown. In January of 24, there were 17 houses for sale, February 22, March 35, April 40. We dipped in May to 36 homes for sale. And this is all price ranges, by the way. And then in June, it started to do a climb. June went to 45, and then July 24, 2024, 55 homes for sale in the month of July. So days on market, man, this has been all over the place. I've been noticing In February, days on market was 69. That means if you put your house up for sale, on average, how long does it take to sell? And days on market is just that, days on market. So 69 in February, which makes sense. It's not the biggest moving month in the world. The youngins are back in school, so a lot of people just don't move then. So there was more houses on the market, and then dipped all the way to 15 in March. So if you found a house in Lantana and you liked it, you kind of want to put an offer on it. You didn't want to mess around in March, and you definitely didn't want to mess around in April. 5 houses in April, or I'm sorry, not 5 houses. Days on market was the average was 5 days. 14 days in May. It jumped up to 34 in June, and days on market in July of 24 was 22 days on market. So just to kind of give you some ideas, sales price, the average sales price, 669. This jumps around quite a bit. This isn't any indication of, in my opinion, of the prices going up or down. Lantana has a lot to offer. You can get you a $400,000 home, or probably even a 375, all the way up to 1.5, 2 million. Okay, so we have a large range here. Okay, each subdivision is a little different. And I want to go over the names of all those little neighborhoods here in a second. But the average sales price in July was 669, and in June it was 605. Again, not indicative of, okay, well, the prices are going from 512 to, no, we just have a very large, broad range. I could break it down by actual numbers of price ranges, but just an overall, just letting you know, that's just where we are. Let's see. Month supply. As you can see, it's climbing. We're at 4.4 months right now for Lantana. 3.7 in June. Dipped all the way to 2.8 in May. In January was our lowest. We only had 1.2. So it is a steady climb. There was a blip in May, but no big deal. New listings. So there are new listings. 37 new listings so far. In the month of July, pending sales, closed sales, shows depending. Okay, so just an overall, this isn't saying, hey, you need to do this or do that. The one thing you do need to be aware of when you do come here is how many days on market are the houses in Lantana. And as you can see, 22 days on market. That's pretty exciting. If you're a seller, you're pretty fired up about that. So if you're a buyer, you don't have a lot of time to sit around and think about it. But I'm going to say this, okay? If I'm representing you as the buyer's agent, I work for you, not for the seller, okay? So you don't want to put an offer, we don't put an offer. I'm just letting you know, hey, in some circumstances, some places, they're going a little quicker, okay? All right. Now, we do have many communities inside of Lantana. I mean, these are all just the different little subdivisions / neighborhoods, and they do have a different feel to them. I'm not going to go over each one. There's too many, but they do have a different little feel to each one. And I would be honored to drive you around and show you all of these little neighborhoods. I mean, Lantana is a neighborhood, but little communities inside of Lantana. I'd be honored to drive you and show you all the different ones. Like my wife doesn't call them by their name. She calls them, those are the Florida beach home looking ones. Those are the Boston looking ones. She has all the different names for them because they have a unique feel, which I think brings a lot of character to Lantana. It does something to the community, okay? But these are all the different ones. We got Azalea, Bandera, Bel Air, Brazos, Brenham, Camden, that's where I used to live in Camden, Carlisle, Crescent, Dakota, Fairland, that's where I live now in Fairland. I can't pronounce some of these. Valdera, Garner, Heritage, Isabel, Juniper, Kendall, Laurel, Lakespur, Lavania, I think Lavania / Lavania, whatever you call it. I think that's my wife's favorite area. Madison, Magnolia runs up against 407, and that's where the trail comes out right there. Meridian, Navarro, Palmado, Retta, which is right across the street from my little subdivision called Fairland. Barrington, Wisteria, Wimberley, Sonora, Talea, Sierra, and Sandlin. Sandlin, from what I've been told, is the oldest subdivision, or the first subdivision inside of Lantana, Texas. So Again, I'm just saying the names though, because I just want you to understand there's a lot to Lantana. There's a lot of uniqueness to it. The communities look a little different in certain areas. There's 5 pools total. I only showed you, there's only 2 main ones, and there's 3 other smaller ones. And we're getting pickleball, which is pretty exciting for Lantana since the rest of the world is on the pickleball craze. I hope it doesn't end, because in the city of Denton, they just built a massive pickleball area. So I think pickleball is here to stay. In October of 2003 is when it became a semi-private facility. In 2009 is when it became 100% private. Lantana encompasses 1,780 acres. So you've seen the size of it, not massive, but not small either. It was developed in 1999. That's when the land was acquired by the Razor family. That's why one of the schools up front, in the front of the subdivision, is called Razor. Let's see, it was known as Razor Ranch. Okay, so it was Razor Ranch before it was Lantana. March 16th of 2000, it became, let's see, Lake Spur and Sandland were the first 2. So I thought it was always Sandland. So Lake Spur and Sandland are the 2 oldest little community/neighborhoods inside of Lantana. Listen, I don't care if you're moving in a month or a year from now. I want to help you. I would be honored to show you and do a tour of this great city, this great community of Lantana, Texas. I'm proud of it. The people that live here are proud of it. Oh, it does have an HOA. If you've watched any of my videos on YouTube, I'm a fan of HOAs, good ones. There are some bad ones out there. Ours is very good. I understand, you go out and you buy your home, you're an adult, and they tell you got to move your trash can. It irritates me too. Okay. It does. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. That little child inside of me comes out just like you. Like, don't tell me when to do this. Don't tell me when to cut my bushes. But in the grand scheme of things, HOAs are phenomenal. When you live in a community where you walk out to your mailbox and you can see your neighbor's driveway on this side and this side, okay? So if you can see them, you're gonna want an HOA. Otherwise, they can park a boat in front of your house, okay? So HOAs aren't bad. The dues are not that bad here. If you want to know everything that encompasses the HOA, how much it costs, reach out to me. All of my information is in the description section. My personal cell phone. If you're a person who likes to pick up the phone and call me. Okay. If you're a texter, text me. Okay. Just introduce yourself. Say, hey, I saw your video. What about XYZ? I'll be more than happy to answer it. You don't have to sign a buyer's rep. I just want to help you. Okay. I want to be your tour guide. And then, and then if you want to get on my calendar and do a Zoom meeting, maybe you like doing meetings like this where we're face to face. I don't care which one it is. I just want to be your tour guide for this wonderful community of Lantana. I have assembled and put together a A+ team of people who 100% believe in our motto of everyone has a story. You have a story. There's a reason you're moving. There's reasons of why you want to buy a certain home. Okay. And here's the crazy thing is, and you know this, they're going to be different than from your spouse. And that's why we need to know your story. We want to sit down with you. We want to have coffee with you. We want to get to know you. Okay. This isn't, there was a lot of realtors that just got completely lazy back in 2021 when people were buying houses unseen. They didn't have to meet their customers. And that's horrible. Okay. And now they're trying to do the same thing. We were never that way, and we will never be that way. Okay. We want to sit down with you, get to know you, and understand your story and understand what it is you're looking for, and understand the differences that you and your spouse have. So me and my wife, we're completely different. I would love to have one of those old homes in Georgia with the big old white columns and the red brick. I drive by those houses. I go, man, I love that. My wife goes, I hate those things. She can't stand them. She just can't. She doesn't like them. I think they're cool, So there's differences that you have, and we want to know those differences. We want to be your tour guide. We want to help you through this entire process. And again, I've assembled an incredible team that is here to represent you and help you. If this is your first time on my channel, hit that subscription button, hit the notifications button. So every time I do a video, we can stay in touch. Comment, let me know. Tell me what else you want to hear from me. What is it that's important to you in these communities? Okay. To me, it's they got to be alive. There's got to be people walking around. You know, if I go through a community and no one's walking around and no one's out meeting their neighbors, I'm not even doing a video on that area. Okay. I have to know the place is alive and people are excited to be there. They're proud to call it home. Okay. So that wraps up our Lantana Maps video. Where in the world is Lantana, Texas? Like I showed you, we're close to everything. We're very close to Highland Village, my old home. And Highland Village is still where we do all of our shopping. Whole Foods is where we work. It's where my wife works out in Pilates, does cryo and freezing and all that. So we have it all here in Lantana, Texas, and I'd be honored to show you this area.